Indians are connoisseurs of all things compact and feature-rich, and Karan Mathur is a connoisseur of anything that catches his fancy. Is it a match made in heaven? Let's find out.
India is a connoisseur in all things compact and feature-rich. Things only got more interesting when Renault bought in the Kwid. It was handsome, frugal, spacious and packed with more feature than what could dare to demand for at that price tag, yet it was always held back on the performance front. To solve this issue, Renault has introduced a new 1.0-litre 3-cylinder unit to the mix, and we get to experience the magic firsthand. What the car was missing in performance front, it aims to gain with this new engine and now wants to offer customers all they could ask for at this price point.
Well, it's been a year since Renault launched the Kwid in the Indian market, and after all this time, it is still going strong. The success keeps on rolling and the awards keep on coming. But people love it for the features and the size it has to offer over its rivals and even of cars in a higher segments. When Renault has a very special product which we have with us today. They showcased it at the Auto Expo and it's with us today. The 1-litre Renault Kwid.
To the layman's eyes, the new Kwid does not have much to offer when it comes to differentiating it from its smaller sibling. Look more closely, however. You notice that Renault has replaced the strip of plain black plastic cladding on the sides with a strip of checkered graphics or Speed Sport Designer decals, as the company calls it, with a 1.0 sign towards the end. The only other differentiating feature for the exterior is larger ORVM casing, which comes in a contrasting gloss grey color scheme. Yet the adjustability for the ORVM still can't be done from the inside, and one has to do with a series of pokes on the mirror to get the right position. What has changed on the inside are the seat belts. The new Kwid gets segment first Pro Sense seat belts with pre-tension and load limiters. This feature will also eventually flow down to the 800cc versions in time. Let's now move on to the biggest and the most important change of them all.
Now, the Renault Kwid was always a peppy performer, but in order to solve the lack of top-end performance and wheeziness issues, Renault has given this car the 999cc 3-cylinder unit. Now that gets 68 bhp and 91 Nm of torque. And how Renault has achieved that is by increasing bore and stroke dimensions. Other than that, other mechanical changes to the car is stiffening up of drive shaft and inclusion of walk rings around the first and second gear in order to facilitate smoother and faster shifts. Apart from that, the rest of the changes are mostly aesthetic, and the car still remains handsome and quite a looker.
The engine has a healthy amount of power coursing through its veins, and just to put it into perspective, the power-to-weight ratio for the new Kwid is 97 bhp per ton, more than even the Volkswagen Polo GT TSI. The engine is still as enthusiastic as a little puppy in a city traffic, but now has enough oomph to take on the highway speeds without starting to wither out of revs touching triple-digit speeds. At one point of a highway stretch, we distinctly remember a 158 km per hour on the speedometer during the course of the drive, and even held stable. The ride quality which you get from this little nugget is quite comfortable. Road undulations are dealt with in a subtle manner, and all but the deepest of potholes completely fail to upset the handling. That said, with softly sprung rear and a class-leading ride height of 180 mm, there is a fair amount of body roll which you have to expect in corners.
Well, the Renault Kwid still pretty much remains the urban master that it earlier was. The added 14 bhp and 19 Nm of torque have helped increase top-end performance to a great extent. So along with being a great city car, it's now a great highway cruiser as well. And along with the safety features, the practicality and the convenience factor it has to offer, the engine is a very welcome change indeed.
Time for a quick break. We'll be back in just a bit. Do stay with us.